Newly released Epstein email appears to undercut Prince Andrew's claims over Virginia Giuffre photograph. A newly disclosed email from Jeffrey Epstein appears to contradict Prince Andrew's long-standing denial that he ever met Virginia Giuffre, whose allegations against the former royal have played a central role in the scandals surrounding his association with Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. The July 2011 message, released as part of more than 20,000 pages of correspondence from Epstein's estate, states plainly, "Yes, she, Giuffre, was on my plane, and yes, she had her picture taken with Andrew." The email, addressed to Epstein's publicist Peggy Siegel, suggests Epstein himself took the now infamous photograph of Andrew with his arm around a teenage Giuffre. The remark runs counter to Andrew's repeated claims that he never met Ms. Giuffre and that the photograph may have been doctored. During a 2019 BBC Newsnight interview, he said, "Nobody can prove whether or not that photograph has been doctored, but I don't recollect that photograph ever being taken." Email exchange shows continued contact after claimed break. The newly released documents, published by Democrats on the U.S. House Oversight Committee, also indicate that Andrew and Epstein remained in contact months after the prince publicly stated their relationship had ended. On March 4, 2011, Ghislaine Maxwell appears to have forwarded a right of reply request from the Mail on Sunday to Epstein. The message detailed allegations that Andrew had sex with a young woman introduced to him at Maxwell's London home in 2001. Epstein then appears to have forwarded the message to Andrew through a redacted email address marked "The Duke." Andrew's response read, "Please make sure that every statement or legal letter states clearly that I am not involved and that I knew and know nothing about any of these allegations. I can't take any more of this my end." Days later, the Mail on Sunday published its story along with the photograph of Andrew, Giuffre, and Maxwell. The report included further allegations that girls were directed to sit on Andrew's knee at Epstein's New York home and that the prince participated in sexual encounters on Epstein's private island. Epstein sought to discredit Giuffre. The documents also show efforts by Epstein to undermine Ms. Giuffre's testimony. In the same July 2011 email referencing the photograph, he wrote, "The girl who accused Prince Andrew can also easily be proven to be a liar. I think Buckingham Palace would love it." He urged his publicist to task someone to investigate Ms. Giuffre, whom he blamed for causing all this aggro for the Queen's son. Ms. Giuffre, a central accuser of Epstein, has alleged that Andrew had sex with her 3 times when she was a teenager. The former prince has consistently denied the accusations. He reached an out-of-court settlement with her in 2022, with no admission of liability. Congress seeks testimony as scrutiny intensifies. The email release follows renewed efforts by Democrats in the U.S. Congress to question Andrew as part of their investigation into Epstein's network. Congressman Suhas Subramaniam told BBC Newsnight that Andrew had not yet responded to the committee's request to testify, adding that he doesn't have to get on a plane, he can do it remotely. The scandal has resurfaced in recent weeks after Ms. Giuffre's posthumous memoir brought fresh attention to Andrew's ties to Epstein and Maxwell. Earlier this month, Andrew was stripped of his remaining titles. Additional correspondence shows Epstein maintained contact with other high-profile figures as late as 2016, including Peter Mandelson. The latest disclosures add pressure on Andrew amid renewed calls for transparency, raising further questions about his past denials and the full extent of his relationship with Epstein.